This video is a comparison of Coinbase and Crypto.com. Down below are timestamps with the different sections like trading systems, trading fees, and the other features. So skip around if you need to. But firstly, we'll look at the trading systems and then some of the offers and incentives, because Coinbase has the Coinbase One subscription where you get lower trading fees and some other incentives. Crypto.com has this level up program, which goes through stocks and cash and crypto and cash back on their Visa card as well. So when you sign up for an account with either Coinbase or Crypto.com, you get two different systems in each. There's Coinbase and Coinbase Advanced, which is the Pro feature. And then for Crypto.com, you have the Crypto.com app and then the Crypto.com exchange, which is the Pro one. Definitely use the Pro versions if you can. On Coinbase, you just literally click this toggle and you go over to the Pro version. You get cheaper trading fees. Never trade on the original Coinbase. The trading fees are insane. So go just click the toggle and you just get lower trading fees. So definitely go ahead and do that. On Crypto.com, you have Crypto.com Exchange, which has way lower trading fees as well. So if you can use Crypto.com Exchange, definitely use it. It's not available in every region right now, but it is coming to more. Definitely use it if you can. So that's a way to get lower trading fees anyway, to use these Pro versions. Now from here, you have two different incentive programs or kind of bonus programs, which I'll go through. Also with Crypto.com, you actually get sign-up bonuses as well. So I'll leave the links below. You can get a sign-up bonus for the Crypto.com app, especially when you make a deposit, trade, and get a card. And then on the exchange, you'll get 5% trading fee discount on that as well. Very good. Coinbase, unfortunately, doesn't offer anything like this, so you just sign up for an account. Now, we also get some incentive features, which I'll go through here. Crypto.com has this level up program, which is lower trading fees, interest rates that are a little bit better, cash back on the card, and some other incentives. If you have the Visa card there, it's actually free to get the Visa card, but if you pay for the higher tiers, you get some extra incentives. This revolves around Crypto.com's token called CRO. So essentially what you do is, if you want to get better incentives, you buy an amount of CRO token and you lock it up in your account for 1 year. And throughout that year, you get the higher incentives and you get into the higher tiers. Now, CRO is a crypto token. It's a risk asset, so the price can go up and down. So it really depends when you buy it. If you buy CRO fairly cheaply in a bear market, then you're going to be spending for the Ruby tier $500, £400. You can work that out in your currency, and you lock it up for a year. Now, a year later, that CRO could be higher, right? It could have doubled in price, right? In bull markets, things go up. And so essentially, you got a higher tier for way less than you paid, right? You can go and sell half the token and then you keep the tier that you're in, etc. Now, if the price goes down, what you've done is basically paid money for the tiers, but you have got some incentives anyway. This is up to the individual whether you want to buy that risk asset and the amount of it, and if you're happy buying that token. But it can work out really, really well where you basically get these tiers for free if the coin goes up. And if the coin goes down, then you're still paying for the tiers. You still have a risk asset with the potential to go up. So you've basically got this cool option, right? With this token that could go up in value and basically make these tiers basically free for you, and you get some good incentives. It may go down and you may just be paying for the tiers, which, to be honest, you may get back if you're using these tiers regularly anyway. For example, you get at least 2% cash back on the card. So every time you spend, you get 2% cash back in CRO token. You can hold the CRO token. You can sell it for cash, you can sell it for Bitcoin or whatever. And if prices go up over time, which we expect them to do in crypto, then these tiers are actually going to be pretty decent. So that's how the Crypto.com system works. I'll go through it a little bit later during the card section. For Coinbase One, this is an out-and-out cash subscription system, and you pay per month. So monthly is £20 or $30, and if you pay annually, you get a little bit of a discount as well. And what you do is you are paying for better trading fees and some other features. So you get zero trading fees up to £10,000. So that may be around $20,000 in trading volume per month. Now, I work this out with the trading fees. If you go to Coinbase Advanced and trade in Coinbase Advanced, I worked it out that you really need to trade between £5,000 and £10,000, probably around $7,000 to $20,000, something like that, per month, every single month, to make Coinbase One actually worth it, because you're paying $30 a month. So you need to make sure that you're actually trading at least that much so that you're getting the free trading fees essentially, and the system is paying for itself. Anything under or over that is basically making this not good value, because as your trading volume goes up, the fees actually come down a little bit. And obviously, if you're trading under that, you're just paying for a subscription service that it's actually cheaper overall to just pay the trading fees. So the zero trading fees thing is good for a very, very small subset of people that actually trade between, let's say, £5,000 and £10,000 or $7,000 up to $15,000, $20,000 every single month. Otherwise, you're actually just paying more for the subscription. You also get some decent rewards for USDC. This is fine, up to $30,000 worth. USDC is Coinbase's stablecoin. Circle and Coinbase kind of together to make this USDC. What you're doing is basically getting the risk-free rate on US dollars. So that's about what US Treasury bonds are paying right now, 4.75%. So it's not like out of the ordinary, right? If you own money market funds or some other savings account, you're going to get fairly near this. Many other platforms offer this, fintech applications, Wise, Revolut, SoFi, many others will give you, decent amounts on cash. So again, it's not really like something that doesn't exist. So why are you paying for it? You can get this in many other areas. 24/7 support is pretty good, I would say, if you do need that. The other things are completely irrelevant as well. So for me, Coinbase One is absolutely not worth it as a subscription service, unless you just are in that band where you actually trade every single month, and maybe you want to pay for priority support. But other than that, it really just doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. Now we'll look at the trading fees of both Coinbase and Crypto.com. They certainly are on the higher end when compared to other industry players like Binance, Bybit. They have way cheaper trading fees for the most part, although it can change depending on which region that you're in. Now with Coinbase, the fees are astronomical. It's actually insane. On the Coinbase platform, the fees can come up to 5% if you're paying for crypto with a card. So never ever do that. It is insane how high a fee that is. Always send money in via a bank transfer. And then from there, what you have to do is just go to the Coinbase Advanced feature and trade on there where you get cheaper trading fees. I'll show you that in a second. The way that the consumer apps work, so Coinbase and Crypto.com app, is they actually just give you a higher price for the assets that you're buying. And I'll show you how that works. So on the Crypto.com app, you can see that the price for one Bitcoin is 98,000. Now on the Crypto.com exchange, which is the same platform, but you have direct access to the market here, the actual price of Bitcoin is 96,700. So what they're doing is they're going out to the market, buying at 96,700 and then selling to you at 98,000, right? And so they're just making a markup. It's known as a spread. This is what both Coinbase and Crypto.com do on their consumer apps. For Coinbase, that's anywhere from 1 to 5%. And on Crypto.com, it's around 0.5% to 1.5%. So for the most part, do not pay via a card. You'll be paying way too much. Go and deposit a bank transfer and then do that. If you want to know how to use these platforms as well, I've got video guides on that, which I'll link in the description for you. So Crypto.com for the most part is going to be cheaper. Now, if you use a Crypto.com exchange, you just get way cheaper trading fees overall. And I'll show you that. Like I said, the link below gets you a 5% further discount on those. And then if you sign up for the Crypto.com app, and you make a deposit, you actually get some CRO as a bonus as well. Coinbase doesn't do anything like that. So as you can see, advanced trading fees here, always use advanced on Coinbase. Fees around 0.6% to 1.2%. Depending on volume, that can go down, as you can see here. So you can screenshot this. Again, compared to other exchanges like Binance and Bybit, these fees are very, very, very high, to be honest. But people use them as on-ramps because they tend to have better fiat currency on-ramps, both Coinbase and Crypto.com. This is the Crypto.com exchange where you see the trading fees. So you get the real market price plus the trading fee here. If you buy some CRO and lock it up on the exchange, as you can see, you get cheaper trading fees as well. Up to 50,000 CRO, you actually just get free trading fees as long as you have that CRO on the platform and locked up. Again, the CRO price can go down, can go up as well. So you have to factor that in. But these are actually decent trading fees if you have a little bit of CRO. So I highly recommend the exchange if possible and not the consumer app. And same for Coinbase, you must use Coinbase Advanced. Now we'll look at fiat currency on and off ramps for Coinbase and Crypto.com, and these are the best in the industry. So yes, trading fees are higher, but you can get money in and out of them, and that's why so many people use both Coinbase and Crypto.com. Deposits are basically free for both platforms. You may pay $10 for a wire, but if you're in the States, you can use ACH anyway. For withdrawals in the States, you have this option of a fast withdrawal where you have to pay, but you can also get a slow withdrawal, which is completely free. For crypto.com, this goes anywhere from around $45 if you're using the Swift system. So if you're in the States, you don't have to use Swift. If you're outside of the States and you want dollars, you may have to use the Swift system, and so they do charge you for that. But if you're in Europe or UK, you can use faster payments and SEPA, and it's, you can see it's basically free of charge, right? So nothing really going on there. Now, if you want the cash back to a card, then you have to pay Visa and MasterCard fees, which are around 2% as well. And that's just something that you have to pay to the card issuer, which I don't recommend. Always do bank transfers if you can. I'll just show you here as well so you can screenshot. This is for euros and dollars, although if you're in a different country, you probably will have your banking system support. Crypto.com, as you can see here, there are some very low minimums, so it's no issue. And depending where you are in the world, you're going to have different options. So in many countries that aren't kind of major currencies, what you'll have is basically US dollar support. So where I am, I have US dollar support because the local banking system, they don't want to deal with it right yet. So I have to use US dollars over Swift. I have to pay a small fee there. If you're in UK, you're going to be using faster payments. If you're in Europe, you're going to be using SEPA, basically free. If you're in a country where you're using dollars in your account, loads of countries, right? A huge list of them, Vietnam, right? Thailand, UAE, you're going to be using dollars and you're going to be using Swift to get money in and out into your bank account. So it's slightly different and the fees are higher there. But if you're in, a major currency country, it's basically free of charge to deposit and withdraw. If you want to withdraw crypto from these platforms into your own wallet, they are going to charge you a fee. Now there's a blockchain fee here that we have to pay anyway. But on top of that, they may charge you extra fees. Coinbase is way better across the board here. You can see for Bitcoin, they're charging me $1 to withdraw today. Crypto.com charging $47. Now for ETH on Coinbase is $3 that they charge you. That's the ETH mainnet. For Base, Arbitrum, and Optimism, which are the scaling solutions that a lot of people use, that's completely free. For Crypto.com, they charge you $17 on ETH mainnet and $3 on the scaling layers. For stablecoins, again, Coinbase will charge you around $3 for ETH mainnet, and for the scaling layers like Base and Arbitrum, Optimism, completely free. For Crypto.com, they charge you $10 for ETH and around $1 or less for the scaling layers. So Crypto.com is definitely better and cheaper for sending crypto in and out. I'll just quickly show you here. You can see that. Which network should I use? Bitcoin is 94 cents right now. Base is free. Lightning Network as well, they support. Crypto.com doesn't support that. And you can see they charge you this withdrawal fee here, which works out around $40, $50 right now. So definitely more expensive. Now we'll look at the trading systems of both Coinbase and Crypto.com. Again, we have to split them up between the consumer versions and the pro versions. So I'll start with the pro versions, Crypto.com exchange, and definitely use these because the trading fees are cheaper. This is a great trading system. It's an industry standard layout and it works well. I like this, and if you go to Binance or Bybit or OKX, many of the trading systems, they're going to look like this. This is how it should look. Up in the top left, you have all of the different trading pairs. There are a ton of trading pairs on the Crypto.com exchange, as you can see, and this is how it should look and behave. So you've got USD trading pairs, you've got Euro trading pairs for me. In your country, that will be your fiat currency as well, as you can see here. Some stable coins that you can trade against, USDT, PayPal USD, and the USD pair is US dollars and USDC. They make that as kind of one trade, so you can easily get in and out of USD and the crypto assets. This is how a trading system should look. And having traded on here, it's absolutely fine. It works. And this is like an intuitive system. Now, coming to Coinbase Advanced, this is without a doubt the worst trading system in crypto. It's absolutely awful. Now, it looks similar, right? And it's not the end of the world. But I've traded for 15 years. I traded professionally at all that kind of professional trading systems. This is awful. For some reason, the whole layout is just wrong. The order book right here doesn't have the price of the assets that you're trading in the middle as it should. You have to go all the way up to the top left to find the price of the trading pair. That is just ridiculous. You can't trade on here in any professional sense. It is really bad. I know it looks very similar, and like if you're just trading a bit of Bitcoin or whatever, it's not the end of the world. But honestly, for someone who, sometimes you need to trade quickly, it's just clunky, it's unintuitive, and it is very poorly designed. And it's a very slow and sluggish trading system. When you press the buttons, it's just slow and awful. And so I can't recommend it. But look, if you're just trading once a month or whatever, it's not the end of the world. But you have to use this system because you get the cheaper trading fees. Just to show you a quick example of this, if you think I'm over exaggerating, the Coinbase system here, I'm going to click the trading pair up at the top, and it kind of comes in like there's some sort of lag, like I have a problem with my internet, right? When it goes away, it kind of comes like an 8-bit game, whereas I've got nothing wrong with the internet. You can see on crypto.com, it just comes up instantly. Honestly, if you trade a lot, yeah, like you just cannot use Coinbase. It's awful. If you just buy Bitcoin once a week or whatever, then it's totally fine. But honestly, a very bad trading system for Coinbase. Now we'll look at the earn platforms and we'll start with Coinbase. There's 3 ways to earn yield, basically. The first one is to own cash and then go and invest in the government bonds. The crypto platform will do that for you. So for Coinbase, if you hold USDC, they go and invest in government bonds, pass the government bond yield back to you. So that's one way. The second way is to just loan your crypto assets out and get a yield for that. And then the third way is if you have a proof of stake crypto, you can go and stake it on the blockchain and you get a yield back because people pay fees. Some of those fees come back to you. So that's the 3 ways. And these platforms are basically just going to help you do that. For Coinbase, it's really centered around USDC, which is their US dollar stablecoin. And you get the US Treasury yield on that, which right now is about 4.5%, but that can fluctuate over time. Now, they also let you stake, and you can see these proof of stake blockchains here. So if you have any of these coins, you can just go ahead and stake them and you get those yields back. Now, the yield on top is kind of irrelevant because these are so volatile, these assets. But in any case, if you've got the assets in your account and they are staking assets, you might want to go ahead and stake them. Crypto.com is a little bit more robust in my opinion, and you tend to get better yields on here as well. So as you can see here, what they do, the crypto earn feature, USD coin, they're paying up to 15%, which is obviously an amazing amount. Now, this usually works in that you maybe get like $500 that you can earn 15% on, and then anything above that, it just goes way down to like 0.5%. So it's kind of like a teaser rate. You can see the flexible option here is 0.5%. That means you can put money in, take money out. Fixed term for 3 months, they'll give you that fixed rate and then return the USDC back in 3 months there. But like I said, there may be a teaser rate for a small amount and then the rate drops significantly after that. And as you can see, there are way more supported assets for me. Again, this is going to change depending on which country you're in. Most of these are just staking assets, so they'll go ahead and stake for you. Like Ethereum, as you can see here, if you go in, it will show you exactly what they're doing. You can look it up and you can see the tiers as well. So the reward rate, right, 4%. So, if you put a ton of ETH in here, you can see the rate goes down to 60 basis points. So for me, Crypto.com is a little bit better, but it depends what you use. Most platforms are going to allow you to stake the main assets. And for stablecoins, you may just want to see the rates between them and switch between Coinbase and Crypto.com. Both Coinbase and Crypto.com are top tier exchanges. They do things by the book. They're regulated where they can be, and there's no funny business going on. And that's why their trading fees are a little bit higher than some other competitors. But it depends where you live in the world and which platform you can use. Always try and use the pro trading platforms to get the cheaper fees. I'll leave tutorial videos on how to sign up and use these platforms down below. The bonuses to Crypto.com I'll leave down there as well. I'm James, it's MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.